What happens when you mix Dungeons & Dragons with Star Wars, sprinkle on a long list of production issues, and bake at 300 degrees with a rising budget? You get this goo of a film, Krull. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Castle Classic Movies, bringing you a slew of pop culture diuretics that flow through one ear and out the other. I'm your host, Chris Castillo. Riding on the immense coattails of the Star Wars trilogy, every other production company and their mother was trying to create the next big sci-fi movie franchise. It was within the same year that Return of the Jedi was released that Krull would also make its silver screen debut. Though both films had a budget of around $30 million, Jedi made out with a box office profit of $475 million, while Krull made out with a measly 16.
I don't have to offer that, I have to offer this.
This was probably because Krull was less like Star Wars and more like Masters of the Universe, minus the steroids and toy deal. A movie review which you can find by clicking right here. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Krull is a 1983 sci-fi fantasy film starring Ken Marshall and Liam Neeson. It follows the journey of Prince Colwyn and his group of outlaws on the planet Krull to save Princess Lissa, not to be confused with Princess Leia.
I was up for Princess Leia.
I was this close. So who gets it?
The one who sleeps with George Lucas.
She must be saved from the Black Fortress where the bad guy dwells, known as the Beast. No, not X-Men's Beast. This beast looks like what would come 9 months after the creature from the Black Lagoon had sex with Donatella Versace.
Fantastic.
During their wedding ceremony, Prince Colwyn and Princess Lissa are exchanging a handful of flame when they are attacked by the Beast's army known as Slayers. The prince is injured during the fight, and when he awakens, he learns the princess has been kidnapped while surrounded by a pile of dead party guests.
Your parents will be home any minute. Are you sure you don't want me to clean up this mess?
No. Go. It'll be funny.
All before the crab cakes were even served.
Are you kidding me? Crab cakes?
Do you not have a good time eating crab cakes?
I love them.
It is not a wedding without crab cakes. He's nursed back to health by Anir, the old one, this version's knockoff of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Use the Force.
Really? Because I was just gonna
Use the Force.
Okay.
Anir tells him the beast can be defeated with the glaive, an ancient magical five-pointed throwing star. Colwyn retrieves the glaive by climbing up a high mountain cave, which isn't nearly as sexy or suspenseful as the opening scene in Mission Impossible 2. As they travel, Colwyn and the old guy are joined by a band of thieves.
Well, what have we here?
Most notably, a young Liam Neeson, a magician, an even older guy, and a Cyclops.
Magnificent.
Days have passed and the princess has been running around the fortress looking for a bathroom, while the beast has been trying to put the moves on her with some old-fashioned medieval Stockholm syndrome.
You have been brought here for a marriage. I am the king you will choose.
Much like the failed attempt used by the bad guy in the film Legend, another CCM review which you can find by clicking right here. They continue along their quest, lose some dudes to quicksand, some get murked by Slayers. Knockoff Obi-Wan Kenobi dies.
Use your power wisely.
Blah, blah, blah. And then they finally make it to the fortress. There aren't any open doors, so they start climbing the walls, which looks a lot like the aggro crag.
Both of these families competing to be the My Family's Conquest champions.
Colwyn finally makes it inside and finds Lissa on the toilet. No! Nah, I'm just kidding. She's been holding in this whole time. He attacks the beast, injuring it with the glaive, which becomes embedded in the beast's body.
It's in the bone. It's in the bone.
He explodes, the fortress begins to self-destruct, the remaining gang makes it out alive, and the couple lives happily ever after. If you'd like to check out this flick again, or for the first time, you can find it on Amazon Prime, Pluto TV, or right here on YouTube. What did you think of this movie? I can tell you that director Peter Yates described making Krull as complicated and just so enormous.
That's what she said?
In a 2009 interview, it was stated that Yates hated working on the film so much that he left in the middle of shooting to go on a vacation in the Caribbean, which led the crew to take a 3-week break from the project. Let me know what your thoughts are on this movie. Leave them in the comment section down below. Well, folks, that wraps it up for another episode of CCM. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get more updates on these riveting movies. And until next time, folks, you stay safe and stay classy.